Well, welcome all, and welcome Mr. Barry Peatling to the Barry Peatling Sports Show.
And welcome to you, Colin Sutcliffe, the man behind the camera, to all my interstate and overseas viewers. They've been piling on all the views and piling on all the hits the last probably 2 months, and we're back in the cricket business today because 2020 is just started 2 days ago.
The World Cup.
2020 World Cup, yeah, and plenty exciting news too coming through.
So we're going to get to, there was a game last night which you were able to analyse and scrutinise, Barry.
Yeah, watched it.
And you rode the ups and downs with the team. Now, was Pakistan too good, Barry?
At the finish they worked miles too good, Colin. We only had one sort of half lifesaver last night with Glenn Maxwell, but when he went out the game was over.
So we'll just give the results.
And the bowling wasn't too flash for Australia either.
Pakistan won, and they won by about 20 runs in the end.
Yeah, I mean it was only 20 runs, wasn't it?
Yeah, in the end. They needed 30 off the last over.
That's right, yeah, but they capitulated. But we'll get into the nuts and bolts of it because it was quite interesting because Pakistan put on a pretty good score of 193. Also did they battled Australia everywhere. I mean, we had no... Look, I tell you, these wickets over in Bangladesh, I think you don't worry about your fast bowls over there. Yes. They're all going to be for spinners' wickets, I tell you.
So they got there quite a good score. Now, when Warner and Watson didn't fire up, what were your feelings, Barry? I
thought the game was just about over. It really was over then because we were 2 for 12. I mean, Watson was out.
Two stars, Watson and Warner.
Warner's first ball was a 4, next ball he bowled. Same with Watson. He whacked a 4 and he was out next ball. So, I mean, they are our world beaters in the 2020 one-day games. They're out second ball. We're 2 for 12.
So what were your feelings at that moment?
I thought, well, the game was just about over. But when Mr. Maxwell came in, took over the game, it was...
we'll get to Maxwell in a minute.
Well, I mean, he was... It has to be man of the match. I can give
the big show, they call him. Well, he might be man of the match, but when you look at Pakistan... Who were their match winners? Well,
what's his name? It's a bit hard to pronounce these fellas over Pakistan. UAK Kamal, who made 92 or 51 balls.
Yep.
But I do think, and I'll say something about him later, I reckon Shahid Afridi was nearly the man of the match. He made about 30 in about 10 minutes.
Plus.
And he took two very important wickets, bowled. And he took a nice catch. So I think... I'll probably give it to the Pakistani opener.
Akmal.
I don't know how to pronounce it. How could you pronounce UAKMAL?
His name's Akmal.
UAKMAL.
Well,
you call it just Mal, do you?
It's Akmal.
Call him Mal.
Akmal. There's 2 Akmal brothers, and the other brother is the wicketkeeper. Akmal. He's been around for a while.
He grew up with simple catch too.
Yeah, he was also involved in match fixing a few years ago.
And he's still allowed to play?
Well, he did his time, but this is the younger brother who scored his biggest score of about 93.
92 or 51 balls.
Yes, which was extraordinary, really.
Well, when I seen him, I didn't see his first part of the innings, but the second part of the innings he wasn't too flash, but I seen the early part, he did bash him around. I mean, that's 92 of 50 balls, roughly.
Yep.
It's 100, not 50 balls.
So, Australia a little bit behind the 8 ball. Let's talk about... Glenn Maxwell.
Glenn Maxwell, that's probably one of the most destructive power hitting I've seen for a long, long time. I really and truly, he's made a lot of scores the last few years, but I haven't seen him make big scores in there the one days or the 2020s before. But that innings last night is extraordinary. He was battling everywhere, and they were going not over the fence, right over the next paddock. And of course, when he got dismissed, he just collapsed. We lost 4 wickets for 15 after him. So basically Australia had the game in the bag. We were just cruising. We had one overcon, I'll mention it now. Yeah. There was 30 runs. I haven't seen it. I know there was 4
power hitting.
There was a 4. The wicketkeeper Mr. Ball went for the 4 runs plus the 1 for wide. Yeah. Maxwell hit 25. But there was 30 runs in the over. Have you ever seen that before? 30?
It was pretty good.
I don't think so.
I've seen 6 sixes in an over.
Where? Down the back street? No,
look. I've seen Lance Cannon's Melbourne MCG 985.
Well, we're talking about the last 20 years.
94.
6 sixes?
Yep.
You sure?
Yes. Mount Clean's 1984 MCG.
Well, the 84, that's 400 years ago.
Yeah.
But the last, since the 2020's been going, that is a one-day game. I've never seen 30 runs in one over.
That's pretty big.
I mean, we're going to win it with about 4 overs to spare.
Yeah.
That's the same.
Exactly. Anyway. Any more comments about the game then, Barry, that you saw
well,
last night?
I'll mention some of the stars, like I mentioned before about Shahid Afridi. He's been smashing the ball around for over 20 years, that fella.
Mm.
And he hit the longest 6-2, 96 metres.
That's pretty long.
And I reckon he's got to be nearly 40. You reckon he's only 36? I reckon he's got to be 40.
No, he's about 36.
He has been playing
he started
first-class cricket when he was
16
20.
years ago. He hit the record. He had the record when he was 16 against Sri Lanka for the fastest one-day 100. That's just been recently broken.
That'll be 30 over 25 years ago.
No, 20 years ago, when he was 16.
He's only 36.
Mm.
He's got the biggest nose in the world too.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Yeah, you can store plenty of stuff up there. But no, he was.
So Pakistan to win the World Cup?
No, I wouldn't get too excited over that because we didn't bowl very well at all, and Warner and Watson will never make that score again.
Well, that happens, doesn't it?
No,
Finch was steady. He was quite good.
Look, Finch was a very boring innings because he
was only sort of.
He wasn't hitting the ball off the middle of it at all.
He was a little bit off, but he did his job.
Well, 65, and he was there most of the game. I mean,
65 off about 50 balls.
Yeah, but he didn't. It was just wasn't.
He's a little bit off.
It wasn't his fashion best because he wasn't timing the ball very well. But for him, when Maxwell and Finch were together, like he was giving the strike to Maxwell all the time. It was the other way around because he always had the strike before when he was playing Finch because he. But anyway, that's I mean,
so who do they play next?
I was going to ask you.
Well, they're in a group, the second group, which they could be playing one of the other teams like India. India. I think they're playing India in 2 days.
How did West Indies and Indians go game last night?
Yeah, West Indies lost. India won. I think that they're playing either India or West Indies the next couple of days, but I think they'll be playing within before your next video, both India, West Indies and Netherlands. West
Indies played India last night, so India
won.
beat them.
Yep.
They were going to be on next on the TV channel.
India beat them reasonably well. Had 7 balls left.
Did Chris Gale make any runs?
No, they didn't make many runs. It was low scoring.
He's past his best, Chris Gale. He's had his all.
Past his best. He's all finished. I have to tell Jan that he's all finished.
Yeah, that painted. We're only worth about $3 now.
Yeah. All right, very good.
Because Colin's wife painted Chris Gale, and there's a very good painting too. She's a very good artist, Colin's wife, Jan. So I hope you're watching it, Jan.
So Jan, I'll give a reason for Jan to watch it.
Yes, that's right.
Now, let's swing over to, so we're going to sort of have more highlights of the World Cup next week.
Oh yeah, we'll be checking that out.
And your prediction for the winner. You still saying Australia?
Look, Australia couldn't have played any worse than that, and they only got beaten by 20 runs, and they are a very good side. Beat them.
Alright, well let's Chelsea played Rosebud in the practice match on Sunday.
Very ordinary on Saturday, Colin, very ordinary. Rosebud beat us pretty easy, and but we had a couple of new recruits, what's his name, Matty Shaw, he done his groin or something, but we're playing next Saturday. I think it's on the Sunday. I might stand to be corrected.
Sunday, but you'll have the full report. So who was the standouts in that game on Saturday?
Well, there wasn't too many standouts.
Just an average game.
It was a pretty ordinary game, and Toddy Gardner was best on the ground again, but that's his normal game, best on the ground. Bradley Clark played alright for the first 2.5 quarters, but no, it wasn't too many, but Toddy Gardner was a standout again. So
they'll be playing Bentley next week, and you were reporting on the Monday.
I'll be there, and I think it's on Sunday.
Yeah, okay.
And the following week we start the competition.
Season proper.
EDS down at EDS on Sunday, which is a stupid day for football, but we've got to put up with it. So
we've completed the AFL round 1, which took about 2 weeks. Too long?
It took about 3 months the way it was going.
Too long?
It's ridiculous. Well, smart enough, AFL. That's everyone doesn't know what's going on in the football now. It's playing Thursday, Friday afternoon, Saturday mornings, and smart enough. Get every weekend games or whatever it is. No weekdays. Richmond start next Thursday too, aren't they?
On Thursday, yeah.
Well, the
good news was that St Kilda had a win,
Yeah, your side won, yeah.
And they're playing GWS this week. Just get your comments on this. And and Etihad down here, and GWS are favourites to win. According to
well, they just beat Sydney, didn't they? They might get a bit over. They might sort of come down a bit and think they're going to be too good, and they might get
still
beaten.
GWS. I mean, wake up.
I mean, that's got to be the biggest upset since Farlap got beaten. And that was a champion racehorse in the 30s in Australia.
Yep. For you international viewers.
Best horse in the world, it was then.
So, your prediction for this week, Thursday game, Carlton, Richmond.
Richmond win by 4 or 5 goals. And I see they're $1.85. And Carlton is $2.10. So there you go. Oh, they got fresh, didn't they?
It is a pressure game.
We'll destroy Carlton.
Okay, there we go. Destroy right here.
My prediction will win by at least 4 goals, and I might even back them to win by over 39.5.
A little bit confident, but
be about 4-1, but no, but I'll back them to win.
Okay, here we go.
Mark my word, Richmond will beat Carlton next Thursday night.
Wow, you're going to put your hard-earned money on this.
I'm be putting some money on my jolly word. I will be, and I'll destroy them.
Very good. Oh well, we've heard it right here, right now. Barry's prediction.
I'm not talking through my little heart. I'm just talking through common sense. Common sense. They only got beaten by 3 goals last week, and they played like a pack of girls. And Gold Coast, they're not a bad side.
No.
They're all right.
They're okay, yeah. All right, well, let's give us your Cheerios then, Barry.
Yeah, I've got some Cheerios.
And your international viewers and whatnot.
Yeah, I've got the international. We haven't got any new ones in international viewers, but Cheerio to my darling little Annie, Carla, and Loida, Bea, Ariane, and Jovan, who's feeling all right now, Colin. He's wheeling around in his wheelchair, all right. He's feeling himself. And of course, I've got to mention PH and Sandy and Carlos. Those things go in cans. Give me a call, Phil, and we'll have a chat and see what's going on. Yeah. And stick with the Tigers, Phil. We'll finish in the 4, right? Top 4. I think so. Yep. So that's it for this week. That's all for me today. And we look forward to next week when we have the Cricket World Cup updates, and you will see your prediction live about the Carlton Richmond. And for all my overseas viewers, keep tuned. We're going to keep you up to date with the 2020 World Cup, and you'll get the first on here, okay? Bye-bye. And that's goodbye from me.